what are you attracting? That is my question for you, and I want you to think about it as I go through sharing of some information with you. Have you heard the saying that people are like magnets? Anyone kind of heard that old cliche? Well, one definition of a magnet is a piece of metal that has the power to draw iron or steel objects towards it and hold it or move them. So if we use that definition as a magnet and we associate that with people, is it fair to say that maybe people are like magnets, can refer to somebody or something that has a great power of attraction over other people, places, and or things? Maybe some of you have heard of the Bible. Maybe. Laws of attraction, The Secret, The Strangest Secret, or even My Mother Told Me So. All of these references all have one thing in common, and that is the law of attraction. What are you thinking of? Because as always has been said, whatever you think of, whatever you pray for will be. So I ask you, what are you attracting? What are you truly thinking of majority of the time? One thing I like to share is as a child, I grew up wanting a baby grand piano. But I just didn't want any baby grand piano. I wanted a baby grand piano to sit in the living room in a bay window. I wanted my house to be white brick, and it had to sit catty corner on a lot. And I was only 6 years old when I was wanting this. Because at 6 years old, I actually started taking piano lessons. And my parents always told my brother and I that no matter what you want, you have to believe it, and you have to work hard for it. So even on Sunday afternoons, we would drive through really nice neighborhoods, gated communities, going through open houses, and anytime I would see that white brick house, catty corner with the piano sitting in the living room in the bay window, I would yell out, "That's the house I want when I grow up." What I didn't realize is at that time, I was actually putting this principle into play. I was using the law of attraction. I was believing it, I was thinking it, and I was just waiting on it to happen. I had no idea how it was going to happen, but I knew that's what I wanted. Well, as an adult, I have to say that I do have that baby grand piano that sits in my living room, in my bay window.
All right.
But I don't have the white brick, and it's not catty corner, but heck, I'll definitely take the piano in the living room. So that was just one of the things that I always wanted. So my husband and I, we like to listen to a lot of motivational CDs, and we start listening to the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that there's 3 simple steps to go through in order to have anything you want in the universe. And that is ask, believe, and receive. So that's based on the 3 principles of the law of the universe. Well, as an adult, I was like, you know what, let me put this principle into action. And on the CD, they actually challenge you to think of something very small, nothing, milestone or earth-shattering, but just something simple. Just put the thought out there and just see if you attract it to yourself. So my husband and I were taking our daughter to a birthday party for a 5-year-old. And I said, I'm going to put the thought of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. So I didn't want to just guess any form of ice cream. So I'm thinking, we're going to a birthday party. It's for little kids. They'll definitely have cake and ice cream. But I'm going to think about Baskin-Robbins ice cream. So we go to the party. Guess what? They're serving pet ice cream. And that was vanilla because, of course, they had a chocolate cake. So the whole time I'm thinking, well, I didn't put that thought out there, but obviously it didn't work. Well, right before we're about to leave the birthday party, a friend of my husband's approaches us and says, "My wife and daughter need to leave the party early. Do you mind giving me a ride home?" And he lives in Simpsonville, and so do we. So we said, sure, that's no problem. So we drive him home. We have no idea exactly where he is. And if any of you are familiar with Simpsonville, he lives off of Fairview Road. So we're driving him home, which is not the way that we would travel home. On our way back, we passed by Baskin-Robbins 21 flavors ice cream. And I'm just sitting there looking, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is kind of odd. Because for one, we had no idea that he was going to need a ride home. Secondly, we had no idea that obviously we would be taking him home or traveling in that direction. So that was just a simple way that the laws of attraction will say, challenge it, test it for yourself. So my challenge to you is, what are you attracting? Are you attracting anger and anxiety? Or are you attracting accomplishment and achievement? Where are your thoughts throughout the day? We're currently going through tough times in this economy, so it's very easy to watch the news and get very depressed looking at all of the anger and anxiety that society is experiencing. But I challenge you once again to think of what are you thinking about? What are you attracting to yourself? Because if you're not prepared, if you're not achieving your goals, like I said, if you're sitting up late at night watching every news channel out there, that definitely will draw anger and anxiety your way, because that's what you're surrounding yourself with. But if you surround yourself with accomplishments and achievements, looking at maybe something that you've accomplished in the past and you want to go back and revisit, pull out old photos, go through the trophies that maybe are collecting dust in that garage. But just take a look at some things that maybe you have accomplished yourself and start reliving and thinking about those great times and how can you turn those times into great times once again for yourself and even for your family. Because by thinking of what you are attracting and your thoughts and where they are, I want you to think of this. If you are currently in a happy state of mind, by sharing these thoughts with others, now not only are you remaining in a happy and joyous time, but you are also attracting those great things back to you just by sharing what you're currently experiencing. So once again, what are you attracting? I hope that it is achievements and accomplishments and that we're sharing those with others. Thank you, Toastmasters.